everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are back at Higurashi When They Cry. So, Keiichi and Ko went all the way to the Child Consultation Center to, just make an appeal to the case to, actually do your jobs. Actually, there's someone in complete danger right now. Just focus on this, please. And at least the person who they actually got to talk to did not have any stake into it, or was even the person required for the job. They're literally just the intermediary from who actually handles the case, and they didn't take it seriously at all. I mean, that whole tip, literally just a small thing of hey, can you just look over this case again? Like, some people are asking about it. Like, I mean, are you already working on it? Question mark. And just very next line, just on that little note, just saying can you please get all your stuff out of the fridge? We're trying to get all our stuff out of there. They're taking it just as seriously. But at least Keiichi thinks he has another step he actually took and got inspired by a line, I guess, that social worker said, like when they're talking to them in the room. He has a plan to go on from there, but looking back, I don't see anything unique. But at least also because he has an idea for that, he actually talked to his parents, and they talked about something along those lines. I didn't like their ideas, technically speaking, but they had maybe one good idea. And maybe Keiichi's taking the inspiration from there. Keiichi's gonna sue the entire nation of Japan! Just sue the entire child consultation centers and then take it seriously, Definitely what's gonna happen. Definitely is what's gonna happen. We got lawyers on our side. I'm assuming it's the next day then, okay. Or you went all the way back to talk to Chi-sensei. Okay. Sorry for interrupting your lunchtime, but can I have your attention now, please? My classmates looked at me with surprise. I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. It's time for my lesson today. Grabs Zoller, smacks it against the board. Pay attention. I need to get their attention. You can listen while you eat. I want to talk about our classmate, Sadako Hojo. Are you literally okay, you're speaking about this to the entire classroom. Oh boy. Everyone quiet as soon as I brought up her name. Don't ruin the mood. They all knew how bad of a situation Sadako was in, remembering what happened to her last year, and instead of critical was that she get help as soon as possible. Everyone was thinking they wanted to save Sadako if they could, but they hadn't done anything because they didn't know what they alone could do. I don't think there's a need for me to explain what's going on with her. Are you literally just inciting a riot to go against, the uncle then? Okay. As you all know, Sadako's been absent for 3 days in a row now. It's been 3 days since she got kidnapped by her uncle. He called the school and told them that she still has a cold, but I don't believe that. She hasn't even visited the clinic in these past 3 days. My classmates, think about this logically for one moment. If she's really that sick, why would he not take her to the clinic for 3 whole days? Well, it's hard to believe that she's been sick for that long. Yeah, well, technically speaking, it takes I get sick for 2 days and all that, but that's all I hear though there. She might have the flu, the fever, but if that's the case, she should be seeing a doctor. The whole class agreed that it was a bit strange. Everyone had been thinking the same thing inside their hearts. However, no one had really come forward and talked about it. This was a good start, actually. Just think about it. Sadako is the healthiest girl in this village. She won't even get sick after eating food that's past the expiry date. What, has she lately been just eating a bunch of expired foods to get a tolerance to it? What? What is the story behind that? But now she somehow got sick all of a sudden and missed school for 3 days? Well, you know, the hay fevers and all that. That's hard to believe, isn't it? The answer is simple. Her uncle was forcing her to stay home. We reported this case at the Child Consultation Center. However, they're putting it on hold. We went there, but all they told us was that they can't talk about it due to privacy reasons. What do you guys think about all this? I think it's wrong. This is literally just inciting a riot. Oh boy. I think it's wrong. We all know how her aunt and uncle were treating her last year. Besides, Sadako-chan was living happily with Rika-chan. It's wrong for him to force her to move out of there and keep her away from us. The sight of Reina letting her emotions speak for her, when she was normally so quiet, demonstrated most of all just how dire the situation was. Reina brought an intensity to this that I couldn't, since I often yelled and shouted about things. Yeah, you're people are already used to your brand of intensity, so. Are we just gonna leave things as they are? Sadako's our friend. She's our classmate. We spent time together in this small classroom, and we were like family to each other. We learned together, we played together, we ate together, and we fought each other at times. We spent so much time together that our relationship is as tight as family. Should we neglect someone who's that precious to us? Raise your hand if you want to neglect her. I'm sure none of you want to do that. No way! We must help Sadako. Mutter, 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 mutter. The class was filled with commotion, which is exactly what I was looking for. The louder I talked, the louder my classmates got. just cheese in the other room, just starting to hear this, like, just Keiichi about to start a riot. I thought you were trying to make sure that, like, you didn't try to kill him. Don't worry about it, teacher, something else. The louder I talked, the louder my classmates got. They're all getting all fired up. The more I let my true colors show, the greater everyone's emotions became as well. Our club is already making its move. We're trying to figure out how we can save her. Did you know that, Tomita-kun? No, that I did not. Let me tell you what our plan is. Don't worry, it's not something illegal. We're trying to fight, but without breaking the rules. In truth, nothing is more effective in society than taking an unorthodox stand. Playing underhanded and striking by surprise may seem more effective, but that's as insignificant as a jack-in-the-box. Well, if the people want them, it's only, again, you're saying good things, Keiichi, but I'm getting responsive to the fourth one, where the people of the government, like, use the law against you, so, that's not gonna work. But, like, yeah, sometimes. A real orthodox attack can punch through anything. Yeah, I've heard that even karate, a straightforward punch can deliver the greatest impact. Straight to the stomach. When you think about the physics a bit, it's only natural, straightforward, simple, head-on strike would hold the most power. Then they'd just be knocked over then too, I guess. I don't know too much about martial arts stuff, so. We're already doing the right thing by saving Sadako. Therefore, there's no need for us to do anything underhanded to accomplish that. Yet. We need to fight openly. Are you really just gonna start protesting outside the uncle's house, okay? So, who are we fighting against? That's a good question, Okamura-kun. This is a fight, true. However, we're not going to be violent with anyone. We're following the rules. This is the honest way to conduct a battle. Before we go any further, let me just get back to just how we're going to save Sadako. This is the current situation. Sadako is there. Her uncle is locking her up inside the house. Apparently, she had no obvious injuries as of yesterday, but we don't know for sure she hasn't gotten hurt since then. Besides, preventing her from going to school was already child abuse. Check this out. This is a brochure that Mian brought for me from the Child Consultation Center. Oh, you literally are rules lawyering. Okay, this is great. It's written clearly in here. Wouldn't going in between the lines actually be maybe it seems underhanded in a way still? Keeping a child away from school is abuse. On top of that, her uncle left Sadako on her own for a year. That's considered neglect. Neglect also counts as abuse. However, the Child Consultation Center didn't even take that into consideration. They ignored the fact that he neglected her for over 1 year, and they believe that she hasn't come to school because she's sick. They conclude that Sadako is not being abused, because she had no obvious injuries at that point. What do you all think of that? Maebara-san, this is a blatant case of child abuse. Just because she doesn't have any injuries doesn't prove that she's not getting abused. I agree with him. How come they can't see it? It's so obvious. From what Mion's heard from inside their office, 2 or 3 days is enough time to determine if abuse is taking place or not. Apparently they can only recognize it as abuse after it has continued over several months or several years. He says they have to evaluate the situation very carefully. So what do y'all think about that? Do you think keeping Sadako in that house for several months is a good idea? No way! No way! Exactly. Absolutely no way. The Child Consultation Center has no idea how much danger Sadako is facing right now. They don't know how terrible it was for her last year. That's why they're just putting her case on hold. What would you do, Tomita-kun? Sir, I think the issue here is that the Child Consultation Center isn't grasping this urgency for the situation. I think someone needs to go there and explain to them how serious this is. Right. It might be routine for them to wait and see what happens. In Sadako-chan's case, it's not applicable. Her uncle was abusing her last year too. He was taking out his stress on her. And the death of her aunt, He let Sadako-chan all alone, and disappeared somewhere for an entire year. You know what? We even have information that he disappeared because he tried to move in with his lover, Nokonomiya. Ooh, you got him, okay, you got him, the whole moving in through the landlords and stuff. Ooh, nice paperwork. What was Sadako doing while he left her? She was unfortunate because Rika-chan offered her a place to stay. But what if Rika-chan wasn't there for her? She had no choice but to try and survive on her own. Furthermore, we also know that he came back to Hinamizawa because his lover disappeared somewhere. In other words, she dumped him. He had no choice but to come back to Hinamizawa, and he forced Sadako to live with him again. Her neighbors have seen her doing the laundry too. The reason he took Sadako with him is clear. He took her so she can work as his slave. How could anyone do something like that? Is there anyone in this classroom that would call such a rotten person a parent? And he spent a full year playing around with his mistress only to come waltzing back and throwing his weight around? No! No way! Right, he's not her guardian, but the Child Consultation Center still calls him that. They claim that they had to go through family court in order to take away his parental rights. Who has the right to decide whether he's good enough to be Sadako's guardian? It shouldn't be the court. It should be decided based on common sense. I can say this clearly. He is not Sadako's guardian. We need to make that clear to the Child Consultation Center. Everyone, let's swarm the place! The Child Consultation Center is the only organization that can help Sadako before she's physically abused. The police won't move unless it develops into a criminal case. But do you think that we're going to wait until Sadako becomes a victim? We can't just sit around until that happens. That's what we're going to make our move now. Move the pawn forward. We hit the Okonomiya Child Consultation Center yesterday. This is what they wrote down that we did. 5 classmates of Sadako Hojo made a visitation to request her protection. Do you know what that means? 5 classmates are not enough then. Oh, that's the line you're going with. Ooh. Oh. So they are rioting and storming the place. Okay, I like this plan a lot. That sounds hilarious. We need your help. We need all of you. This is your chance to do something meaningful in your life. If you don't help us, you're not our friends. Oh my. All you have to do is support me. I will do all the talking, and our club members are going to do all the fighting. We just want you guys to support us. If that's not enough, feel free to join the fight. Let them know the spirit of Hinamizawa Branch School. My Barracuda, you're starting a riot! Stop this right now, mister! What is going on? Chi-sensei looked into the classroom, the commotion having attracted her attention. As soon as he tried to step into the class, someone behind her stopped her. Principal? No. No, Chi. Let them fight. Let them riot. Miss Chi, I would like to have some tea. Would you make me a cup, please? It was a clear display of his intent not to disrupt Keiichi's speech. Are you sure? There are a lot of young children in the class. Impressionable young minds. If they all go to the Child Consultation Center, how can we explain it to their parents? Chi? Rudy-san, what is going on here? Everyone is trying so hard for Sadako's sake. I can't do anything, so I need their help. I can at least try to stop you from stopping them. She'd never seen Rika staring at her with an expression like that. She's surprised to see Rika looking so determined. Why would you want to stop them? Principal? This is splendid, isn't it? They should do what they can. It's the protests all over again. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. The principal pounded his own chest. Chi-sensei couldn't object any longer. I understand. Please make sure that no one gets hurt. You must follow the rules and mind your manners. They promised me that. Okay, everyone get your protest signs ready. Thank you very much. I'm proud of you, Miss Chi. My students are teaching me many lessons. Yes, I made my decision. My students are like my own children now. And what mother wouldn't protect her own children? Alright, head back out as soon as you get home today, and meet us at the Okonomiya Library. The Child Consultation Center is on the first floor. Yeah! Wait! God damn it. Chi-sensei. Sensei, are you gonna stop us? Get into fighting stance. Certainly not. I truly understand your passion. I'm gonna support you, as long as you follow the rules. Yeah! I'm coming with you to make sure you behave yourselves. Is that okay? Yeah! Just starts screaming the lungs out. Alright, alright. Here we go, here we go. We're all getting fired up. We can suffer through some more class stuff before that. We headed for the library as soon as we got back home from school. I expected that a few kids wouldn't show up, but surprisingly, everyone came along. I could tell just how driven they were. It was also encouraging to have Chi-sensei there with us. Look at that, now you have someone also in some authority to actually talk about it too. I had to admit I had been feeling a bit guilty for dragging everyone to the consultation center. But as long as Chi-sensei was with us, I didn't need to feel that guilt at all. Maebara-san, please come to the counter. Hello, I'm Maebara. I'm just gonna keep coming every single day until they actually take it seriously. So, how can we help you today? As I wrote in the registration form, we came to tell you about the danger Sadako Hojo is in. How many of you are here today? And how are you related to her? We're Sadako's classmates and her teacher. There are 27 of us. Well, our consultation room is not very large. Can we ask just a few people to come inside as representatives? No, they'd be in the hallway. Then should you prepare a bigger room, like a meeting room? I believe you should be arranging a room for us, not asking us to adjust to yours. Please just give us a moment. The receptionist seemed troubled. She told us to head back to our seats and started to make a phone call to someone. They're just not used to this. Pretty much. Good job, Reina-san. I consider myself a pro, and even I thought the threat was perfectly timed. Yes, exactly. Timing is key. Oh, are you trying to compliment me? Take it. Take the compliment right now. Reina's good at reading other people's minds. Sometimes she can use a talent against the enemy to intimidate them. A strange atmosphere permeated the office. It must have been the first time a whole class had visited on the behalf of one child, as though we were here for a school trip. Oh my gosh, okay. Harayama. Oh yeah, I didn't realize it then when this music first played, but this is literally just a marching band, like an actual war band. Let's go. God damn it, I can hear it now. Well, hello. I am Harayama, the manager of the center. Please take a seat. I'm sorry for bringing the whole class to your office. Don't be sorry at all. I'm Chi, from the Hinamizawa branch school. We're here to talk with you today. They're treating us so differently now that we had 5 times as many kids, plus 1 adult. Instead of that small consultation room, they took us to a big meeting hall. On top of that, the manager was there, alongside the woman from yesterday. I let Maebara couldn't do the talking. You have the floor, go do it. Chi-sensei sat down the far end of the table. She was just here to look after us. Besides, like I'd said, we were the ones who were going to fight. It was fine that Chi-sensei just stayed there and watched us quietly. I'm just imagining now I'm like the one table sitting across the entire South Consultation Center is really just pretty much the main friend group, and I'm on literally both sides, like, and across the room, like wedged on either side of them is literally just everyone else in the class. Intimidation in numbers. It was fine that Chi-sensei just stayed there and watched us quietly. I'm Keiichi Maebara. Nice to meet you. Well, I've heard that yesterday you visited us with 5 of your friends to present your valuable thoughts to us in Sadako Hojo-san's case. The fact you mentioned the words valuable in there, okay. Are you here in a different manner today? I hadn't expected that they would start the conversation. What were they thinking? I don't like how ambiguous this feels. You're still debating how to move, unsure if the fault lies with us or not. Kei-chan, you should clearly tell them why we came here and let them know that they're in the wrong. My friends are analyzing the situation behind me. I felt like I was having a meeting with the president of a foreign country. Actually, that wasn't far from the truth. I was sort of the prime minister. I was representing the whole class. I need to be polite, but stern. Alright, let's attack from this angle then. Kei-chan, tell us something like this. You're just whispering into his ear, okay then. Got it? Whisper, whisper, whisper. Mion gave me her attack plan. This really is how Mion operates best. Like, oh. She's weak in defense and can bear the brunt with impudence. Well, Mion issues perfect orders from behind. Oh yeah, I was actually thinking that, like, That actually does make a lot more sense. Everyone like focusing on them. Like, the Suzuki family, but and me and just go to, issuing tax from behind, honestly. Like, you putting all the attention to her, nothing else she's doing, if she's being subtle about it. Like, that's how she best operates. I took my friend's analysis and advice in consideration, and calm in my mouth. Now, first, let me confirm something with you. We've come here today to make sure that what we came to convey yesterday was properly conveyed to you. So I apologize if this seems rude, but could you please tell me how much you grasped from our conversation yesterday? It's alright if that just means reading a memo aloud. They became quiet for a second. It might have only been a short time. The sounds felt much longer than that. I could see the manager's expression turning serious. He thought he was just dealing with a social studies class, but suddenly his response changed to that of one dealing with a protest group of local citizens. From my understanding, we've acknowledged that you came to appeal that Sadako Hojo-san is in an extreme situation meriting temporary protection from our agency, and we should expedite our response. I believe that our staff at the time explained that we are not taking the situation lightly, and are currently discussing the appropriate measures. So, taking into consideration, the fact that Sadako Hojo was suffering abuse from her uncle this time last year, you still believe an urgent response is unnecessary. While organization has no confirmed records that Teppei Hojo-san was administering abuse this time last year. Mutter. What? What the hell were you guys doing last year? She was being abused by both her aunt and uncle. And like there was even Satoshi, so there's also that. Please don't tell us that you were only aware about the abuse from her aunt. Normally we don't talk about such private affairs, but under these special circumstances I think it's acceptable to say. We are aware that there was trouble between Sadako-san and her aunt Tamei-san. However, we have no records showing that her uncle was also involved in the abuse. There was the whole mention as well that he was in and out of the house most of the time, so, In fact, when we interviewed her neighbors, several mentioned Tamei-san's slight hysteric tendencies, but none ever brought up the name of her uncle, Teppei-san. They didn't even mention that he was nowhere around then, okay. They just haven't seen him at all, so they can't comment on it. Well, we believe that's simply because the abuse didn't stand out under the shadow of her aunt's especially vicious nature. We do not believe this constitutes evidence that her uncle was not abusing her as well. I see. So you claim there was a likelihood that Teppei-san also inflicted abuse on the child this time last year. The manager and the staff beside him jotted that down with a pen, as it showed that was their first time hearing the information. This is why we came here today. We believe the Child Consultation Center doesn't have a proper understanding of her present situation. We believe you should be able to see how urgent this case is once you fully understand it. I see. We're taking that into consideration. Please, allow us to do a more thorough investigation of Teppei-san. We mentioned this yesterday as well, but our uncle had abandoned his responsibilities as guardian for over a year. We received no response on this information yesterday, but what is your organization's opinion on this matter? Of course, our office is aware that Teppei-san was absent from his residence for a year, and we have interviewed him on the matter. So what was his excuse? He can't talk about it for privacy reasons, but if it convinced all of you, it must have been justified leaving her alone for a whole year, right? If you believe living with his mistress in Okinawa is sufficient reason for abandoning his responsibilities for a full year, then we'd like to receive that in writing. No, is that what happened? He explained to us that he was forced to work away from home in order to raise Sadako-san. So this is our first time hearing that. What the hell? They just believe that crap? Yay. If it's your first time hearing that, then you should also know Sadako-chan has been absent from school 3 days in a row now. While he contacted the school yesterday to say she had a cold, the only hospital in the village, the Erie Clinic, has no records of her being examined. What do you believe the proper response is regarding her refusal to take a child to the hospital when she's being bedridden with his illness for 3 days in a row? Well, we confirmed that she was absent one day, but 3 days in a row is news to us as well. However, a social worker met directly with Sadako-san and confirmed that the child in question denies the occurrence of abuse. When we asked if she wished to continue living with Teppei-san, she answered in the affirmative. So there's no abuse as long as she says so. That's one of the more difficult aspects. Whether the child herself feels she's suffering abuse or not is a very important factor. It's what's the definition of bullying. While the bully may not believe they are bullying, it's bullying if the recipient believes it is. So you can't do anything unless she admits that she's being abused and seeks your help herself? No, that's not quite how it works. Our organization investigates the child's environment. If we find any problems that might harm their lifestyle, we take appropriate action to protect them. However, we don't believe Sadako-san's case has reached that level of danger at present. No urgency at this point. That was exactly how the Child Consultation Center felt about Sadako's case. Our classmates who had been watching the discussion burst into uproar. Tyranny! How can you say something like that? What makes you believe that she's not in danger? First of all, Sadako-san denies the abuse. Not only that, she had no visible injuries either. Also, she's providing with shelter, food, and clothes. We can't say Teppei-san has not taken responsibility as her guardian. Both of them seem to have no complaints with their current living arrangements. We believe that we do not need to further discuss Teppei-san's past, but unfortunately we also believe that you and your friends are overreacting to the situation. Overreacting? Overreacting? Calm down, Keiichi-kun. Let's not take it too personally. How can I fucking not? Damn it, why are they treating us like this? They're also probably just a tiny bit intimidated as well, probably. I think that we're only acting this way based on what happened last year. They're like, okay, that makes a lot more sense, actually. Okay, so they make it clear that there's something bad happening nowadays, make everyone think this way, actually, so... How would you think, evidence-wise, to prove that, though? Or, like, convince them of that? The Child Consultation Center was assuming that this year's cases and last year's case were two separate issues. That feels like a parallel to the whole police thing that occurs every year. On top of that, Sadako was denying the abuse entirely. Teppei-san regrets the fact that he had to leave Sadako-san alone because of having to work for her sake. He promised that he would stay with her, from now on and raise her lovingly. Bang. I heard a loud noise. Someone just pounded the table. Everyone, including the manager, was startled. Is that like a neighbor? Like does anyone live around Sadako and that's like one of the kids that live next door? I figured it must have been Shion, but... Oh, hi. It was Reina. Whoa, her face had just turned as fierce as demons. It's best for a child to live with her parents. There are things you can only learn from the love of your family. With her parents, it's not even really her parents. We heard that Sadako-san was living with another minor for the past year and has not been living under any adult. This could greatly harm her future as she is a sensitive, growing child. Okay, that's actually a good point to stand, honestly. But just the whole thing just about Rika's not an ordinary kid, but no one's gonna believe that, so don't say that. I'm sure that in your friendship with her, you all believe she may be happiest that way, but could you please give Sadako-san and Teppei-san the opportunity to restart their new life as uncle and niece, and watch over them kindly? Weren't you listening to any of the things we said? You're saying that you're not gonna help her unless Sadako asks for your help? How is she supposed to seek help if she's being locked inside her house? She can't even go outside or make a phone call. How can she seek help? We came here in her stead because she can't be here herself. But you're not even willing to listen to us. That's not what we're trying to say. We will remember that over 20 of her classmates did talk about Sadako-san's case. We'll take what happened today in consideration when we make further decisions about her case. When are you going to make the decision? Can you guarantee us that Sadako-chan won't get hurt before the decision is made? If something happens to her, will you take the responsibility? If she gets even a single bruise on her body, you're in huge trouble. Shion-san, that's enough. Please, tell us when you will make the decision. That's right. How long is it going to take you? Like I said, we need to take the matter seriously and make a careful decision. That's like mirroring the whole thing of what Rika tried to do with the bodyguards, honestly. They like need time, honestly. Make a good plan, honestly, which don't exactly have time. In order to do so, we will continue to meet with the two of them and investigate so that her and her father, Her uncle have a better relationship. Okay, they're always under the impression that it was actually your dad the entire time. Even though, that's actually even worse considering it, because even when her own parents there, her dad wasn't even around but when they died. That was her stepdad too. Oh my good god. I mean, her uncle can have a better relationship. Please wait and see what happens for a while. That's basically a trauma phrase right now. We ask you to do so, for her sake. So that's your response. You're saying that it's an urgent, even though we came here to tell you that it is. I was trying to get lost in what they're trying to say, but Reina's words made me realize everything. We came here to tell them that they need to protect her right away. They clearly told us they didn't see any reason to do so. We understand that there may be reasons for urgency. We'll take your opinion into consideration and make a decision. It's kind of hard to think about this, like of how to actually prove like something more nefarious is happening, since I'm besides I guess the small, I guess suspicious things like, you know, the whole hospital visit and like that everyone already brought up. There's just nothing bad happened yet. Oh boy, they can probably make the whole case, and of course, the uncle's gonna, like, the Teppei's not, like, is gonna be a bit standoffish now because there's so much pressure when we just returned, honestly. I bet they'll make that stance, honestly, at some point. Or they already been thinking that. Oh boy. We will take your opinion into consideration and make our decision. That will satisfy you. At first glance, it sounded like they were speaking humbly, but our insistence of this urgency to Sadako's situation was spinning their wheels. They had no intention of meeting us halfway. Right. They are officials. Plus, they have authority that can change the life of an individual like Sadako. Considering that, being a little overcautious and carefully deliberating matters in the wrong response to them, I would have understood that if this wasn't so personal. In reality, Sadako had no time to spare. We could see that, because we understood everything. Yeah, you remembered everything in the past lives, but no one's gonna believe that, okay? How do you prove that something bad is gonna happen right now? We knew how Sadako would reject me after I rubbed her head, because the horrible abuse she got from her uncle, which technically has not happened at all. So yeah, no. That nightmare will come true in just a few days. In that nightmare, I knew that I should save her, but I just wasted my time. I wasn't gonna make the same mistake. I had to make a move immediately. Push your queen all across the board right now. Maebara-kun, did you say everything that you wanted to? Yes. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. Everyone, please, bow to them. Class President, will you take the lead? Thank you very much. No, thank you for your valuable opinions. Well, at the very least, hopefully they take it seriously and actually think of something different. If not, then next option! Thank you, everyone! Be careful on your way home. We all came at Hinamizawa together. It was time for us to part. As the class president, Mion gave everyone the notice we were dismissed. However, everyone stuck around to talk about what happened today. We came back to Hinamizawa on our bikes, so we didn't really get to talk with each other. Now that we've gotten off of them, we finally got to say what we wanted. This is the first time that everyone in the class has come together and fought for something like this. Does that mean you're gonna let everyone to the demon club, Mion? Are you? Reminds me of the dam conflict. Oh, you're telling me? I already been mentioned that several times. Everyone's feelings are united. That's true. None of these kids participate in the conflict, even though they might remember it from when they were a baby. I don't know if anyone remembered that from their baby. That's just me. But what we did today was more polite than what they did in the damn conflict. No one was bleeding, and there were no bombs or riot police. Unity is the best thing about Hinamizawa. That's true. This old man's blood is boiling for the first time in a while. The people in Hinamizawa all got together to fight against the dam project. Everyone working together as a team means a lot to the villagers here. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 should do so. If there are 4, then 8. If there's 1,000, the whole village is in to fight. If there's more than 1,000, still. Persuade. Brainwash more people. What's that? A figure of speech? Oh yeah, you weren't here for that. It's something our grandma used to say. She's trying to tell the villagers to band together and fight. When there's one enemy, two should fight together. And when there are 1,000, the whole village should fight together. I see. She wanted the villagers to unite and defeat their enemies. It means more than that. Uniting to fight together is one thing. It also means the whole village should unite and fight for the sake of an individual. Its real meaning is that everyone should share the individual's pain, sympathize with them, and fight for them too. Wow! That sounds very similar to what's happening right now. In other words, the battle that we're fighting now represents Hinamizawa as a whole. I see. Everyone supported me not because they were impressed by my speech, but because it's their nature to unite like that. That Keiichi kind of inadvertently means your own words, and it wasn't because of what you did. Don't think that. The classmates were all still sticking around and discussing the issues surrounding Sadako. For some of them, this is like the return of the dam conflict, and also a big chance for those who never experienced it. It almost felt like a festival. Most of them thought that we didn't make much progress today, though. Maebara-san! Maebara-san! So the conclusion is that they're not going to save Hojo-san, right? Their answer wasn't that bad, but you're right in the sense that they'll watch her suffer. I live close to him, so I know what kind of guy that uncle is. He's not normal. He's not normal. You figured out that the people at the Child Consultation Center don't understand anything. But we can't just give up after today either. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun seemed serious. They weren't just supporting me. They wanted to make a move themselves. We're gonna work hard to save Hojo-san. Yeah! I agree! It's hard to believe that these are the same innocent kids who were always running around the school. Well, if you still remember the timelines, you can definitely remember the water gun battle and the loud gunshots playing across the schoolyard like a goddamn war zone, so you should remember that. Man, that still makes me laugh every time. I'm really happy to see them so motivated. Of course we are! Sadako is our friend. We're gonna save her. So please, lend us your support again. No, Maebara-san. This is our responsibility as our classmates. We're not fighting because you're asking us to. We're just because we want to. Well, he led the charge. I'm like, it feels like it's almost going down to him. You got them riled up, okay, Keiichi? It's not because of your speech. It's not. You didn't start anything, apparently. That's what it sounds like, almost. Look, you just riled everyone up. That's literally. Take that as a compliment, okay? I'm impressed to hear that from you, Tomita-kun. Should we go there again tomorrow? I don't think we should take any days off. Just go there, just keep protesting. Protest. Consistency is important. I agree with Reina-san. But it's only gonna end with the same result if we go there with the same people again. Okay. I think today was more effective because we were there with more people. Are you gonna try to bring everyone involved in the people who take a big grudge against the Hojo family for no fucking reason? Sins of the father trope and all that? God damn it. Then shall we go there with even more people tomorrow? Shall we? Rina turned back towards everyone as she spoke. Who exactly were we gonna get for that? We all understood what she was trying to say. Not all children from Hinamizawa go to the Hinamizawa branch school. Around half of them go to the school in Okamiya. Hey, Shion, brainwash them. Well, not brainwash them. Convince them, persuade them, just to rile them up so they also be in the side too. Those children are not our classmates, but they're still our friends from around the neighborhood. Hinamizawa was a small village after all. They know Sadako as well as we do, and they also know what's going on with her right now. Rumors spread the speed of light in Hinamizawa. I can tell that by now. Everyone in the village knows about my embarrassing history of undergoing punishments. I'll tell the Daisuke when I go home. I better come with us. I'll call my friends when I get back home too. The school in Okamiya isn't that far from the library. That's a good idea. Let's go. Let's do it. This is turning out well. Then we can get at least 10 more people on our side. I'll try reaching out to a few of the old members of the kids club too. The kids club. I think I can get at least 3 of them to come with us. I'll ask my friends from cram school too. But none of them know about Sadako or situation. We're just friends of mine, so only be about 4 people. Do you think it might be difficult to get other adults involved? Well, about that. People in the town council don't want to have anything to do with the Hojo family because of what happened during the dam conflict. How about older people? Can you get old people in our can you get old people in our side, Rika-chan? Older people are bitter towards Sadako. Yay. They only just play nice when you're around with her, apparently. I figured. People believe in the curse of Yashiro-sama really think that the Hojo family deserves what they get. So we can only get more children, but no adults. How many of us will there be? Well, at this rate, there are going to be about 17 more children. I don't know if they will all make it, but hopefully there will be more than the 40 of us. 40 people? I'm impressed, Keiichi. You think 40 is enough, Rika-chan? No, we gotta get 1 billion to the goddamn building. What? A grin tapped Rika-chan's chest. What? It's not enough. 40's not enough to knock out those stubborn people. We need at least 20 more. 50 more. 100 more. I'm sure 60 people intimidate them. Does that mean that technically they have a meeting outside the building then for all this? But where can we get that much help? You have no idea. My name is Keiichi Maebara, KM. If I say I'm gonna accomplish something, I will. Persuade. Okay, where are you gonna go throughout the entire town? Oh, oh god. So that's the whole story, Kamita. Oh, okay. No, this is great. Oh, good gosh, actually. Oh my. So that's the whole story, Kamita-kun. We're gonna launch our 3rd attack tomorrow evening. Will you help us? I don't want to reject your quest, Kay. We have to jump a parfait together. And that's good enough as signing a blood pact in my book. That was our vow as sworn brothers. I want to help you, Kay. But tomorrow's not a good day. What? Why is that, Kameda? You can't let a hand to this poor, innocent girl? Where's your pride as a two-dimensional... You deserve a beating. Clench those teeth. Oh my. Okay. What the hell's happening? Oh, wait a minute, Kei-san. Please listen to me first. I would help her if it wasn't tomorrow. Of course, I just can't tomorrow. You bastard. Tell me, Kameda. I'll knock at least 3 of your teeth out even if you can't make it because your parents You might be taking this way too far. I can't count tomorrow because tomorrow's a dessert fiesta here at Angel Awards. Oh my. What did you say? Are you gonna get everyone there? It's the dessert fiesta, Kei-san. It's the dessert fiesta of Angel Awards. Okay. I guess bonus points for using the hiragana for fiesta. Okay. I actually wanted admission tickets. I'm not gonna invite anyone but you. Let's go and pick on those sweet girls. I mean, cakes. Okay, okay. I actually thought he was actually saying I have to go to my family's funeral tomorrow for a second there. My good god. I can't believe the sun is storming outside. Please, Kei-san! I'll help you the day after tomorrow. So please let me go to the fiesta tomorrow. Please, I'm begging you. Keiichi-kun, what are you doing? I think you should let him go for tomorrow. No, I can't. I can't let him go. Kameda, you dare to wait cakes against a real little girl. You only gain the right to eat cake when you can save the girl. For starters, you don't have any understanding of how good Sadako is. Listen, Sadako's charm is that which seems to Sun at first glance. What? Never heard of that. But she set off her flag, she grows daring. Oh, she's a classic tsundere. Okay. You should understand that the greatest appeal of a tsundere lies in the gap between her sun and terror. What is this anymore? Normally she shoots the sun without an ounce of eroticism, but once you flip her switch, suddenly she's dare. What the fuck? That gap between her on and off stages her chart. What the fuck are you talking about anymore? She's just like the first and last half of Higurashi. Okay, stop breaking the fourth wall already, okay? In other words, Sadako is the true Miss Higurashi. What the fuck? On top of that, she is the added spice, the little sister element that's growing standard now, as well as being a Souke. She's the new generation of a heroine. The perfect level of rebellious spirit, making her grand descendant to this world, overflowing with romantically dependent heroines. Romantically dependent what? What are you even talking about anymore? I'm pretty sure they kind of almost dropped the romantic elements pretty soon on, okay? You want to know how amazing her advent is? She's incredible as a blonde princess alighting in an open field. Alighting in a... What the you're losing me. You lost me a long time ago. On numerous levels. But she's not a goddess. So don't go spouting upload, uploader, pass, please. What is happening? If you can't understand her appeal, then what are you? Where's your pride as a 2D warrior? Is this really just the fourth wall break section? What? Would you dare to say you're moving to fake 3D now with increase in polygon? Ew, 3D. I only into 2D people. God damn it. You're making that joke. You being serious? You're a century too early. Our progenitors from the age where heroines were displayed in 256-bit with 8 colors, they found love and moe there, evolving their emotions to an even higher dimension. But none of that was escaped into the 2D world. It was an evolution of love derived from their love of real women. You're mixing metaphors so much here. The statue of Venus and the Mona Lisa are all the epitome of our progenitors' feelings of moe. By the way, I think the girl with the fewest pixels was Kei from Triaga? What? Young people nowadays probably can't even tell that she's a girl. Are we literally going to this territory right now? Oh, by the way, the Princess of Dragon Blaster was also amazing. She was wearing a short skirt and a crown, and she had a scepter. She even changed to a swimsuit and a bunny girl outfit. Okay. Am I the only one who thinks she's the oldest cosplaying heroine in the history of Japanese arcade games? It's amazing I was able to play this game for only 50 yen. But remember, we found our feelings of moe in the beautiful girls that lay beyond the 16 by 16 pixel art. Okay. Yes, we 2D warriors search the truth behind those walls of pixels and polygons, seeking out their true form. So how can you say you would choose those pixels and polygons over a real life little girl that exists without those walls between you? That proves you lost sight of your goal, instead of for half measures. 2D warriors do not deny the 3D. They're a new generation of 3D warriors who love 3D even more, trying to express that in detail through 2D symbols. Reina, I know you're just completely awestruck at what Kate's talking about. Can you please, slap him again? But calling it 2D is bad when it's elevated above 3D. You may get confused because 2 sounds inferior, but 2 is nice. That's why we're still going, aren't we? That's why Microsoft named their console Xbox 360, because Xbox 2 would sound inferior to PlayStation 3. Keiichi? The Xbox came out around the 2000s. Not the 80s. Anyway, all I want to say is this. Which console is going to get Resident Evil and Metal Gear? By the way, the new Dead or Alive is coming out too, right? What is... Is it true that Zack has made the same number of polygons the female character's breasts? What? Anyway, forget about that and buckle down to say the real little girl, Kameda. All the spirit just drained out of me right now. I'm sorry, I was wrong. What was I thinking? What have I done? Okay. It's okay, Kameda. Mistakes are there so you can realize you made them. You just realized your mistake and became a better man. Take my hand. Let's go off together into the sunset. The door to the next millennium is right in front of you! But this is 1980s. We're not near the next century yet. Keiichi and Kameda kind of seem to be having lots of fun. I have no idea what they're talking about. You missed your chance to slap them. You severely missed your chance. Did you all just follow him? Okay. Don't bother, don't bother. I got it, Kei. In my honor as a man, I'll help you settle that girl. They have dessert fiestas 4 times a year. So what if I miss one of them? Right, can you even use the admission ticket for the next one? It's not a big deal, crying softly in the corner. You seem so down. Meep. By the way, Mion, you said you were going to give me 3 years worth of dessert fiesta missions as a reward for the auction, right? I'll give you 1 year mission to help you win, Kameda-kun. No thank you, Kei. I'm a man. A manly man, apparently. I'd be ashamed of myself if I was seeing this girl because I was getting a reward. Yeah, there's a whole entire thing if you like, you basically just do good things mostly just to brag about you're doing things later. It doesn't sound like you're knowing the spirit of kindness and all that, so. Chi-chan, do you think we can do something for him? Do you? How about this? I remove his name from the blacklist. What? Blacklist? What's that? For the restaurant? Normal customers don't know about this, huh? Well, I'm just like, well, honestly, just from everything that fucking happens, these are fiestas inside of it, I would be remiss if there wasn't a blacklist. I would be so fucking concerned. There are customers that cause trouble in the restaurant sometimes. Whenever they do something wrong, their name gets written in the blacklist. Once their name gets written down enough times, they're no longer allowed to enter the restaurant. Okay. No, stop it now. I'm an Angel Morton Master. I'll never behave so unmannered as to get myself into the blacklist. Your name was listed 3 times. The 4th time we got you out of it. You touched a waitress improperly twice, called a waitress just to talk to her, and sold tickets outside the restaurant. You'll be forbidden from entering after 1 more transgression. No way! I can't believe this! That's horrible! Everything you've done, honestly, is just, your literal just desserts. Okay. If I can't come to Angel Morton, I'll have no reason to live! Okay, that sounds very sad for you. Get something else. However, I'm impressed that you're so willing to save Sadako. Now. Anyway. I'll erase your name from this list of reward. Thank you so much. Thank you so much! Hey, Michan, does that blacklist really exist? It better. This old man has no idea. Just say yes by this point. Kameda-kun, thank you. Let me know if you can't get a ticket for the next dessert fiesta. I'll invite you. Kei! Kei! I got it, Kei! Hug. We reaffirmed our strong friendship. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll bring my baseball team members with me. I should be able to get at least 10 people. It sounds like her uncle's a really crazy guy. Wouldn't it be faster to just kick his ass rather than just doing a child consultation center? You'll be remiss. We had that idea. We can't do that. Otherwise, he'd get revenge on Sadako-chan. I see. Of course, we can't commit murder either. Not yet, anyway. Yet. I'm so on the idea still. just still funny. All right. Let's do the right way. You want to get arrested by the police. 10 people is still not enough. Do you think you can get more people from somewhere? You need more people, huh? Let me take care of it. Kameda grinned at me, then suddenly stood up and shouted. Hey, you guys! You heard everything, didn't you? Those who have a ticket for tomorrow, I'm not gonna force you, but you're free, give us a hand. I'm in the restaurant, looked at him. There are a lot of people around. The dessert fiesta's tomorrow, so shouldn't today have just been a normal day? You're not wrong, but the people who missed out on tickets for the dessert fiesta are here today. All these guys are regulars. I don't know their names, but we see each other all the time in this restaurant. What do you think about this story, guys? Oh god, they're just named Otaku, okay. The longer I listen to the more upset I get, isn't that right, my comrades? Knocking a real girl up, I want to do that. I mean, I can't allow that to continue. Why are we getting hell from them? I will punish any guy who can't be nice to a girl. Look into a fucking mirror. He can do it in his imagination, but it's like unacceptable in the real world. You technically still do that no matter anyway, so yeah, fuck you. Tell us to come with you, Kei. We admire your hunger. Hunger? He'll give me a squadron as prepared to net a rescue mission. Salute, God. Please, give us the order to attack. This is Operation Sadako. Your mission starts tomorrow evening. Make sure your clock is on time, your will is written. This will be the day you die. Alright, my spirit is just broke for me. This entire segment. I'm sorry, you guys. Thank you for your help. You don't even know her. We can't abandon her just because of a tiny thing like that. Because we know very much about Princess Sadako. What? My fellows and I enjoy noting the warmth of the events that fill our hearts when the young lady fails to notice a bit of cream stuck to her chin. Can we skip past this segment? Therefore, there's a personal matter for us as well. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna rely on you. You need to back me up, okay? Be ready to fight tomorrow evening. Yeah! Kei! 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 Who's Kei? Keiichi's kind of such a popular guy. Has he even been in here only once or twice? He's popular with the town council too. That technically means Keiichi is popular with even the social rejects over there. He seems to be popular in the most unexpected places. Lots of other people seem to respect him too. Some of the waitresses here are also concerned about Sadako. They said they want to come and support us when they're off. Wow! Gets you up about 60 people now. Might even get even more than that. So is this the power to defeat fate? Somehow get everyone on your side somehow. When you're only one person. Oh my. Again, no wonder Rika couldn't do that. Literally, after all this time. It's no wonder, okay? That night, I attended a meeting for the Wanton Nagashi Festival Committee. Everyone assembled in the meeting room in the Ferde Shrine. I've seen the building a few times, but I hadn't actually been inside before. There are pictures depicting the history of the Dan conflict on the wall. According to Mion, this assembly building had been used as the headquarters of the Dan protest back in the day. There's a huge flag that said Onigafuchi Guardians hanging on the wall. People had written messages on it. I have been called to the meeting so I can introduce myself. While I have been chosen to be the host of the auction several days ago, this was my first time actually attending a meeting. How close are we to the festival, honestly, because all the single, it's no wonder, some authors has decided to, not use times and ages and all that kind of stuff, because it gets wonky, but still, I'm getting so confused at how many days it is until the festival happens. I thought it was 2 days ago, but now it's actually a week before it, and now I thought this committee happens the day before it. What's happening? The time is going all over my brain right now. And the last scene was not helping at all. There are about 30 committee members in the room, and my dad and I were introduced to them. Oh, your dad came. Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. Since I'm still a minor, I had to bring him along with me. I'd often heard the term parental rights recently, because of Sadako's situation. Because of that, I've been thinking about the relationship between me and my dad. The Maebara family is a pretty happy one, I think. Normal-ish. I'm blessed to have parents like them. Hello, I'm Keiichi Maebara. This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm very nervous. But I'll do my best. Hear, hear! You do your best, young man! The friendly smiles and applause made me realize again how welcoming people are in this village. I felt pressured as I thought about how big a responsibility I was going to undertake at the festival. Since I looked so nervous, the leaders of the committee all came up to me and said that I could just act natural and do my thing. Thank you for offering my son such an important position. I'm sorry that I'm unable to participate in the council activities due to my job, but I will do what I can to support my son. Clap, 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 clap. My dad must be used to making speeches. Alright then, we'll break into groups and start the meeting. It's gonna last until 8:50 p.m. Please begin your discussion as soon as you can. The festival committee can be broken into different teams, like a general affairs team, a construction team, a refreshment booth team, and a ceremony team. Okay, this is before them, this is like the meeting to I guess have everything set up for the year. So, Each team has separate meetings. My dad and I were told to join the event team. Makes sense. But after all, we joined toward the end without knowing anything, and the festival was next Sunday too. Okay, it's literally next week. Okay, yeah. I didn't understand anything they were saying, and I couldn't even express any opinions anyway. Nodding, pretending to participate in the proceedings was the most we could do. Near the end, I finally got the information about the auction I needed. I found out what time I was supposed to be backstage, and other stuff in my job like that. They asked me what I was going to wear, and I stopped short. Shit, I don't have any dress shirts. I don't have anything special to wear. I thought I could just wear my regular clothes, but they suggested that I should wear something more flashy, since I was the host of the event. Become a game show host. But I don't have any clothes like that. Just get someone to help bedazzle one of your normal casual clothing. Bedazzle. How about a suit with a bow tie? I'll make you look like a real MC, okay. It's fun the first time, but I'm doubling down on it. It's kind of a bit, A bow tie? That's so embarrassing. I want to wear something more casual than that. How's me going, Keiichi? Just butts in. What you talking about? What you doing? Oh, hi. Immediate mood drop. They're talking about what he's gonna wear during the auction. If you don't have anything flashy to wear, I can get you something like that. Really? Oh, I'm sorry, I introduced myself yet. I'm Keiichi's father. Oh no, I'm gonna imagine how this is gonna be. Oh no, oh no. This is the cheap people I don't want to meet in this game. Please, no, stop. Make sure, don't say anything else, please. Just leave it at this least greeting. Dad, I don't trust him to get me proper clothes. It's gonna happen. I'm sure you won't get me anything for men. A bow tie is fine. I'll just wear that. Only a bow tie over your casual clothing. It better not be a red bow tie because like it overlaps against with your normal red shirt. So don't worry about that. Get a blue tie or something like that. Something contrasting. Something more flashy. If I didn't compromise in that, Iri and Mion would try to make me wear something outrageous. She'd also want me to wear women's clothes. You're part of the committee too, huh? Which team are you on? He's in the general affairs team, where he's in charge of first aid. Yeah, I was thinking of that, actually. We always ask for his help, since he's a doctor and all. All I do is give band-aids to people who trip and fall. It's an easy job. Well, for the most part, I'm just drinking beer into the main tent. Don't get drunk on your job. It's nothing compared to your work, Maebara-san. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm gonna drink barley tea with him, too. Dapa, Hoshi. I'll drink my alcohol I'll drink my wine underneath the table. You absolutely cannot, Furry-san. Is barley tea alcoholic? Oh, good evening, Maebara-kun. Are you... No, go back to that. Is barley tea alcoholic? Are you kidding me? Nice to see you too, Maebara-san. Ah, hello, ma'am. Thanks for being so nice to my son all the time. Maebara-kun, are you ready for the auction? Looking forward to seeing your show. It felt weird to see Chi-sensei and the principal outside of school. It's weird because they should always be living in school, the old childhood memories thing. I don't see you anywhere else, so you should live at school. Rika-chan, you're performing a dance at the festival, right? I heard it's right after my show. Looking forward to it. It's a traditional ceremony that she's performing. I'm sure you're nervous about it, huh? How do you feel this year? I'm used to it now, so I'm fine. Well, I think you're in better spirits then, so hopefully it'll go well. You only done it once last year, but you're already used to it? Shush. I'm impressed. She's a fast adapter. Oh, hi. Oh, well, it makes sense why you're here, but still, that's a goddamn flashbang. Maebara-san, it's been a while. How many days have been since the Mahjong thing in the toy store? Oh, Oichi-san. It's nice to see you. Have you been practicing the Sobame Geishi? We should play together. You won't get better unless you play every day, you know? We have a lot of pressing things in our mind. You know to play Mahjong, Maebara-kun? Oh, he knows how to play, doesn't he? I swear to God, actually, that would be so anticlimactic, but so goddamn hilarious in my brain. The reason why the two of them right here hate each other is because he cheated in Mahjong and I just sworn off him since. That'd be so goddamn funny, honestly. That'd be utterly ridiculous though, but it'd be fucking funny. Oh, he knows how to play, doesn't he? He's a pretty good player too. Perhaps we really should start playing Mahjong in our club now. Look what the fuck you've done. We should go and crush every Mahjong part in the city. I wish you saw things I'm an experienced player since I was practicing Tsubame Geisha the other day. Why do people misunderstand me all the time? Because. Just because. By the way, Maebara-kun, what about that case? What case? What you're planning to do tomorrow evening. A few of my staff members are going to be there as well. Takada-san and Tomitaki-san are coming too. We can't bring that many people, but I hope they'll let us join you. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Every person counts. Eri? I'm sorry we can't do much to help her, but we still want to do something. This is what Takano-san suggested. Takano? Yes. She wanted to help somehow. It feels bad that she wasn't able to assist you the other day. Oh, you're talking about that rumor. The one saying that Maebara's son's become the leader of a protest group or something. Look at that! Look at that! Even you know about it. You know about Sadako? Of course he does. He's very sensitive to rumors inside the village. It's only my job. I'm very aware of what's going on with Sadako-san. Oishi-san, what do you think about her case, then? Oishi-san is, after all, a police officer. To start grilling him for this. Could he maybe have an option other than going to the Child Consultation Center? I also think that going to the Consultation Center is the smartest thing to do. Then you're else saying there's no way to save her before something happens. We will probably do the same. We meet with him and tell him not to harm her. I'm sure a professional social worker can do a better job than that, though. They take care of these abuse issues better than the police can. The police only take action after something happens. Yeah. But I'm still getting reminded of, like, the whole thing of, like, public defenders as well. Like, the social workers there having the same thing. That works so many cases all at once, and then... they can't put all their undue attention into one case at a time, honestly. They multitask so many different things all at once, especially if they're doing public service stuff. Oh boy. But the Child Consultation Center can only make a move before it does. It'd be a lot easier for us if we could arrest criminals before they can make crimes. Yeah, like, what was it? Even thinking in timeline stuff, honestly, it's pretty a fucking bullshit thing to do, honestly, if I'm, like, thinking of him, oh, you committed murder in another timeline? Well, here we are in this other timeline. We'll arrest you here. I've been rewatching Virtue's Last Reward, honestly, and my good god, honestly, just, thinking about some of the bad endings there and, like, all that, like, holy shit, I love that game, but sometimes it does get on my goddamn nerves. Oh, good god. However, we need to be very careful about whom we arrest, you know? You don't want to lose our jobs. In that sense, there's nothing wrong with them saying that they want to wait and see for a while. Pretty much. But, like, it's, like, what was it, like, because, like, that's the weird situation we're in right now, that since everyone still remembers that, something bad's gonna happen in the future, sensibly right now, with, I guess, them having more, I guess, common sense, and us with a more, future sense? I don't know how else to say it. That, it makes sense that, practically speaking, they don't exactly believe us, especially since so early on. It's only just been, like, 1 or 2 days. And, unfortunately enough, what happened to the 3 is probably the most realistic thing that could happen. Unless they, like, typically actually, like, like, made some kind of, clear evidence before that happens. Oh, dear God. Meep. Well, I don't think the Child Consultation Center is being unreasonable. However, it must seem terrible from the point of view of those who know Sadako-san, Teppei-san. Oishi-san was exactly right. He must be assuming that we're overreacting by making such a big fuss. It's only been a couple of days since he took her away. But that mindset can create huge problems. I'm sure they're going to call him tonight because we told him that she's been missing school for 3 days. They'll ask him why she hasn't gone to school. Teppei might beat her up for that. I don't know. However, if we continue to keep her at home after the phone call, the Child Consultation Center will probably make a move. I think they'll talk to him about it. So she might come to school tomorrow? That's possible. Teppei can't stay in Okonomiya for some reason. That's why he needs to stay at Sadako's house. Yeah, they don't know that I'm, I guess his lover's dead, Rina. I'm sure he doesn't want any further trouble. He can't stay in Okonomiya for some reason. That's right, for some reason. Or that he has some kind of money-related trouble. You don't know about that, Sonozaki-san. Okay, stop right there. I'm wheezing. I have no idea. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea what that symbol at the end is called. I need to start using it more. What do you mean, Mion? There's a reason he wants to stay in Sadako's house? Well, yeah. You just lied to us. You lied to a police officer right there. Perjury. Teppei has money issues, so he can't live in Okonomiya anymore. He's hiding in Hinamizawa until the trouble is over. And he should hide somewhere alone. Why would he try and drag Sadako-chan into this? You want Sadako as your maid, right? It's the same thing. Exactly. This is exactly the same reason I kind of don't like you for that. One of the main reasons, too. No, that's not right. Maids are about love. Or maids are just about their job. There is love behind my desires. Every time you talk about this, it's not every time. I never think about... The first thing that comes to mind is never love. It's just pure lust. I'm totally against violence. A master treaty is made with love. Okay. Let's just ignore that pervert for a moment. Okay, please. Can we just not talk about him ever again? So, Oichi-san, you think there's no choice but to let the Child Consultation Center take care of it? I think that's the most realistic plan. There are certain steps that you need to follow. You take a piss, you go to a toilet and pull down your zipper, okay? You don't follow those steps, it's a disaster. That's a gross way to put it, you're telling me. You disgusting old man. I'm sorry I can't help you. But I do find Sadako-san's case unfortunate. Not everyone gets to have a happy ending. The Child Consultation Center is going to make their decision regardless. But what you guys are doing isn't against the law, either. What you're doing, Maebara-kun, is not a mistake. Don't give up. Do all you can do. I'll support you too. Thank you very much. We went there yesterday and today, and we're going to go there tomorrow too. I believe we can save her as long as we don't give up. 3 days in a row, huh? It's always the roll of thirds, you know, in these boss battle games. I think you took 20 people with you today. Are you going to take that many tomorrow too? No. Kei-chan is really talented when it comes to stuff like this. You'll be surprised. There's going to be 60 people tomorrow. That's triple. My, that's amazing. Are we going to triple the efforts, triple the number of people there? Is it going to be the next day too? My, that's amazing. I guess you're becoming an active labor union leader when you grow up. The Edinburgh Union is pretty deplorable. Okay. At that moment, I heard someone clapping. This was 9 p.m. Oh, I thought someone just sarcastically clapping. I was like, who the fuck is doing that? Just lunged at them. It was almost 9 p.m. The meeting was over. Just like, fucking the sarcastic clapping of him. A great plan to start attacking them. Everyone returned to their seats and listened to each other. Each section head's report on what they discussed. You're incredible, Keiichi. You know so many people from the village. But there are even more people that I don't know. Are you sure? You're talking with so many of them. I really am impressed. They're such nice people. Maybe I should be more involved with them too. You should. Hinamizawa is all about helping each other. I know you're busy with your work, but you should be involved as much as you can. I'm gonna talk with your mother about that, I think. Okay, that's it for the meeting today. The next meeting is, tomorrow. I'll see you all then. It'll be the last major meeting before the festival. Thank you for your coming today. Chairman, will you please give us closing remarks? One chairman to another chairman. No, it's fine. We'll just go home and get some drinks. That's it for now. So many voices to do. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Wahahaha! Everyone laughed at Mayor Kimiyoshi's closing remarks. We finished cleaning up, and everyone began filing out of the building. Assuming Oreo was there, just we didn't hear anything from her. Even though it was a weekday, some of them were going out for drinks. They asked my dad to go along with them. Well, my dad is an ordinary worker. He can sleep in if he wants to, as long as he makes his deadlines. Keiichi, they want me to come for a drink, so I'm going, okay? Sure, have fun. I'm heading home now. Going home alone was kind of sad, so I thought I'd walk home with Mia, but she was still lingering in the meeting talking to the mayor and other important people. She's probably busy with the festival being so near. Oh yeah, whenever Mia's in this place, she's acts representative for Oreo, so never mind about that. As I contemplated whether to wait for her or not, Oishi-san came up to me. Don't you dare start all this again. You're not driving fucking Keiichi home, honestly. Every single time that happened in the first, the first 3 installments, every time it gave me a goddamn, complete panic attack. Almost. I'm exaggerating, but still. Don't start this again. Don't start all over again, please. Good job of the meeting. How did you get here? I'll give you a ride home if you want. God damn it, I fucking knew it was gonna happen, no! I came on my bike. Plus, I'm waiting for Mion. I see. You're waiting for a while, though. We're discussing the trouble they had with the refreshment booth team. So they dropped all their goddamn pitches of lemonade. Trouble with the refreshment booth team? It's like such a fun festival, but they still have some issues, huh? Well, you gotta get, food and, drinks and all that for people, have fun at the festival, so. Oh, yes. It's hard to make adjustments this late. Shadai and yakisoba are always popular, so everyone wants to do those. Be a problem if all the booths sold yakisoba, right? Options. You need to make those kind of adjustments so there will be a variety of booths, but people get upset when they have to run a booth that's not going to make much money, you know? They suggest running the booths in rotation every year, but some people don't have enough stat to do certain kinds of booths, and other people claim that their yakisoba is better than everyone else's. They also fight about locations and who to hire, etc., 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 and etc. So much. I had no idea the preparations for a festival were so complicated. You have no idea. Everything needs adjustments. I guess it sounds like a boring adult talk for a young man like yourself. Well, adjustments are necessary to make things go smoothly. What you're doing in the Child Consultation Center is a secret adjustment, in a way. Sadako-san and Teppei-san don't even know about it. I guess you might be right. We had no choice but to raise our voices. That's the only option we got. No. I'm proud to see you do something like this. If I was your age, all I'd be able to think of is attacking in the dark. Man. Oishi must have had no other plans. He stuck around while he waited for Mion. There was no one else around at the time of the night. It would have felt pretty lonely if he hadn't been there with me. I'm glad Oishi stayed to chat. We talked about Mahjong for a while. Its theory, techniques, and history. I rarely talked with a guy his age, so it was very interesting for me. It's nice to interact with people from a different generation sometimes. He's also a police officer. Yes, why do you remind yourself that he is? I was secretly hoping that he would give me a hint about how to say Sadako. In any case, I had to wonder what was taking me on so long. The goddamn fucking... They dropped the goddamn lemonade stand again. God damn it. We're gonna get the budget for this. By the time Oishi-san finished his second cigarette, I started to think that maybe I should just go home for the night. I think I'm gonna head home. Miona's taking too long. I have something big to take care of at school tomorrow. Get your sleep. Ah, going to the Child Consultation Center, you mean? Yes. I'm gonna fight until they come up with a plan to save Sadako. Consistency is important. This is all we can do. Oishi-san smiled upon hearing my passionate words. I bet the Child Consultation Center understands your point by now. You know, there's a limit to what you can do. So we're gonna know when to quit. Oh, yeah, that's the same thing even Rika thought of before of the Kana and all that. And she's been doing this longer than you, but if you go too far, it'll only make things more complicated. But I can't just let Sadako suffer. Of course you can't. I'm sure the Child Consultation Center won't leave her be either. They will help her. They might help her, but probably only after she gets hurt. If Sadako suffers irreversible mental trauma, it'll be too late. We just got a third cigarette. My god, the whole pack is going to be gone by the end of this night. That meant he was going to stay here until he finished it. I didn't feel like waiting here with him, though. I just want to go home and relax so I can prepare for tomorrow. I'm going home now. You know, Maebara-san, this thing I want to tell you. The tone of his voice changed slightly. I know you kill people in the timelines. It's all your fucking fault. Whatever it was, it sounded important. He stopped and turned back around to face him. Actually, you see, I don't think you should go to Child Consultation Center tomorrow. You made your point already. But we need to do this so we can save Sadako. They aren't getting how urgent the situation is. We have to make even more of a fuss if that's what it takes for them to understand. I think we'll make a bigger impact if we go there 3 days in a row. By that point, they'll get used to it, and after like probably that, they might get just used to it, even when there's more people, honestly. And people misbehave, they have their right to just throw you out. You're trying to show them every courtesy, huh? Well, you know, Maebara-san, sometimes you should just let sleeping dogs lie. What? Let me make this clear. This isn't a warning for the police, and no one told me to tell you this. I'm just giving you advice, as your Mojong friend. Okay, that's a way to put it. The word advice didn't sound pleasant at all. I found myself frowning involuntarily. Do you know what the Child Consultation Center is thinking? You guys showed up 2 days in a row, and you brought 20 people with you today. They're afraid you'll show up again tomorrow. Then why don't they just listen to us? I hope they're not planning to build a barricade so we can't get in the building tomorrow. No, they won't do that. Their job is to listen to these claims. They'll accept anyone who comes in to make an appeal. They can't stop you from coming, no matter how many times you show up. They know that too. They need to take care of the matter before you bring even more people and cause even more trouble. You mean, have they already made a decision to save Sadako? Or they have other means? Not quite. They started making secret adjustments so that you can't come by to pressure them anymore. What do you mean? So you gotta be more fierce, though this one tech is not working anymore, you choose something else. My good god. They made a secret adjustment so that I couldn't bother them anymore? I felt confused. And then Oishi-san insisted that almost sounded like a line from a political drama. Yay, political intrigue stuff. I definitely get more into that. These officials sometimes act a bit like the Yakuza. Wow, look at that, Jelly G. Willikers. You have to fight back with force then. Look at that, Lessons from Chapter 4. Take it in stride, take it. They don't want their badges just disrespected. There's no one for them to ignore opinions opposing decisions they made. It's kind of the same thing if, like, it's the same thing as well if when you try to attack someone's beliefs, honestly, the same way too, or like try to say they're wrong in any capacity. There's going to be a bit of resistance anyway. And if they're higher on the totem pole, or like they feel they should need more respect, then they'll be just as harsh back. Just to protect themselves, honestly. Yeah, but those people who just say respect me, respect my authority just because, honestly, of that, they all can go fucking die in a fire. Even if they realize their office is in the wrong. So they will listen to us, other people will come to the office to get their cases taken care of. That's exactly it. They don't want people challenging their decisions. They will listen to your appeal, but they'll never change their stance unless there's something odd going on. Yeah, I was trying to think of something along those lines, honestly. Like, all you're really doing is just pressuring them and nothing much else, honestly, but, Plus, this time, Sadako-san's case is nothing special noteworthy to them. They may have taken her away from where she lived, but it's a legal act since he has parental rights. It's not like a parent without custody forcing his child to live with him. After all, he's the only blood relative she has. There's nothing, legally speaking, that prevents them from living together. But that's not the case of Sadako and her uncle. You know that too. You know how violently he abused her last year. That was last year. The Child Consultation Center can't do anything about it if he tells them that he feels remorse for what happened then. More than anything, Sadako's son told him that he's not abusing her. That's because last year Sadako relied on her brother and she deeply regrets overburdening him. So as far as she's concerned, seeking help feels like she's betraying her brother. So again, we're just going through a rock and a hard place even with this plan anyway. I see. It might be very difficult to persuade the Child Consultation Center, in that case. But anyway, for reasons like that, the center can't understand can't understand why you and your group is pressing this issue so hard. We're just trying to let them know that Teppei is a violent person that we can't let Sadako stay with him. Yeah, but if you don't have proof of it, they're not gonna listen to it in any case like that. Literally. But why? You weren't here in the Hinamizawa last year. I don't think you know much about Teppei-san. Why are you so sure that he's that dangerous? Stares into soul. That was a hard question to answer. He was right. I didn't know much about Teppei. I'd never even seen his face. But I just know. Way back in a different world. I didn't save Sadako. I just stood by and I've seen the world where Sadako was irreversibly broken. We all cried and regretted it. I couldn't explain that to Oishi though. My friends had understood my premonition. But it's weird for someone to be so aggressive just based on what we saw in his imagination. I mentioned it earlier, but sometimes a divorced couple battles for the custody of their child. The couple can sue each other, and sometimes the relatives sue the couple too. Yay, it's a whole entire goddamn mess even then too. Some of them decide to sue their partner not for the child, but just because they hate them. Yeah, I can actually see that. In this case, it's a bit similar to something like that. It looks as though you're taking the actions you are because you hate Teppei Hojo. The Child Consultation Center needs to determine if you're doing this out of hate or a genuine concern towards Sadako-san. Yeah, basically. Not all people go to the center out of goodwill like you. They can only make decisions after carefully determining if the information given by the petitioner is genuine or not. So yeah, this is really the whole thing of him trying to battle against time itself in some way, honestly. And by this point, there's no way we can really go against that. We just need to find some weird loop around, honestly. You need to understand that. So you're saying that because I was too direct with them, they mistaken my appeal as one born of ill will? Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. Just please understand that they have to re-evaluate it carefully. If they put a child under protection every time they got a report, the nation would careen out of control. That's right. I think there was a passage in the civil law book the center showed us the first day. The family and the prosecutor must make an appeal to the family court. Family issues are resolved within the family. An outside appeal might move the center to take action, but an outsider can't tell them how to respond. And when it comes to that, Sadako's only family is her uncle. Since her uncle obviously wasn't going to do anything about this, Sadako would have to seek help on her own. So literally, you just have to find a way to convince her, but at this point, it doesn't feel like she'll be that easily convinced as well. Especially by this point, she believes the curse is still affecting her, especially what happened. She explained in the third chapter at the end of the bridge that she broke a statue there. Even if like she was around, like, you know, Rika and talked about it maybe a bit, it's not going to help her too much, honestly. Sadako's denying that she's been abused at all. This isn't going anywhere. The consultation center is simply hoping that you'll give up. They have other cases that need more urgent attention, but they're not sure yet they should ask you to give up. That's what I want to tell you today. What do you mean? I don't get it. Maebara-san? When you visited them today, did they treat you better than yesterday? Yeah, a bit. We were taken to a bigger room, and the manager came to see us too. You might think the manager is ranked just a little bit above the regular staff members, but her position is as high as that of a section chief in a regular company. It's very difficult to achieve that position. The person you talked to today is actually a very powerful man, more than you can imagine. It's not normal for them to do that. The manager never normally shows up for a consultation. You need to recognize that the treatment you got today was a very special one. It never seemed that special to me. I thought we were taken to a big room because we went there with more people. I already told them to adjust to us. Because you were so well organized, they're suspecting that you're not the actual leader. And the Sonosuke family are the ones behind this movement. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense now. I'm sure you know how the powerful the Sonosuke family is in this village. I do. But it has nothing to do with the Sonosuke family. Not even when 2 of your classmates and 2 of your friends are involved too, apparently. We're simply fighting to save our friend. Mia doesn't even mention her name. Some can recognize her. That's what the Child Consultation Center wanted to know. It's their normal routine to politely refuse a huge crowd of petitioners. However, things would be different if this was Oreo Sonosuke-san's idea. Oreo-san holds great sway in the city's government. So literally by this point, it's literally the same things happening. Either go even more extreme, or literally try to convince people who are so goddamn stubborn. No one can go against her wishes. Well, I'm aware that Mion's grandmother is very powerful, but that has nothing to do with this. In order to make that clear, the local government officials have approached the Sonosuke family in secret. When Orio's son asked her about this case. Oh, that's why Mion is here. Okay, that makes much more sense then. They're going to take action if they found out that was her idea, but they soon discovered otherwise. So, they're not going to take any action anymore? Not just that. Orio's son is now aware that there's a commotion going on within the village. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but some people in the village still hold a grudge against the Hojo family. The traitors of the damn conflict. So again, now it all comes down to Lily just convincing 2 people who believe they're at fault or someone else at fault. Literally. And how exactly do like you sit someone down and prove to them that they're wrong when you have so little time to do so? Oh boy. Ever since the curse of Yoshiro-sama, the Sonosuke family has been telling people not to interact with the Hojo family. You might wake up a sleeping dog if you continue to make all this noise. What happens if I wake the dog up? Oh my gosh, is Rika's code names coming to play? I don't know. He paused for a while and drew on his short cigarette. I'm not saying that you'll be threatened with. I'm not saying that you'll be threatened or that they will hurt you. However, you just moved here, and you're starting to get to know people from the village. But soon enough, you might get to see the underside of this place. The issues between the Hojo family and the Sonosuke family. Well, village-wide matters have been slightly taboo in our group, but we may have to go down that road now. The fact that we haven't got any support from adults, except for the school teachers in Erie. Other adults in the village must know what happened between Sadako and Teppei last year. They understand that it would be a disaster if we don't rescue Sadako as soon as possible. I can't. They'll probably just assume that anything that happened, that it's just a problem for their own, a problem with the family either as well. But probably to a more harsh extent than what the Child Consultation Center is bringing up. And man, every time I say that, the Child Consultation Center, it's a mouthful to say. However, no adult came forward to help us. If we continue our movement, will the people who hate the Hojo family become our enemies too? That's possible. Yay. This was literally how they mentioned before that some people in their own numbers are also solely hated, and some people were actually saying and citing that that was the reason why they were killed in the curse. Whoever's actually causing or not as a coincidence stuff. That's possible. The Sonosuke family may get involved if you continue this commotion. You could say the Sonosuke family is anti-Hojo. Yay. If you try to save Sadako using people from Hinamizawa, that shows huge disrespect towards the Sonosuke family. It could create a huge problem. By that point, I knew. This is a warning, not just a device. A warning advice. An ignorant young man in Hinamizawa is making noise, trying to wake up a sleeping dog. I know you've taken a liking to this place, and that you're really doing your best here. That's why. I thought I should let you know about this. I'm sorry if I upset you. I love Hinamizawa. I made a decision to make this place my home. I'm motivated by the big job I got for the festival, too. Would it really be wise for me to try and create all this trouble? I'm just speaking as your friend, nothing more. Mahjong friend you forgot to put in? I'm not trying to threaten you or anything like that. I'm not trying to make you do anything you don't want to. I just wanted to give you this information. Well, she smiled at me and stopped a cigarette. In this room? Are you kidding me? I thought I just made the decision to do what was right. But was that only the stupid idea of an ignorant little boy? Did I need to grow up right now and think about this again? Dark clouds hung over my heart. But, wait a minute. Did that mean I didn't even have the courage to risk losing something? Was I not brave enough to save Sadako at all? I had to be the red fire. Wouldn't you have to be the blue fire, though? I couldn't give up, even if everybody else did. Had to fill people up with righteous flame just like I was. What's the matter? What a bold smile you're wearing right now. Thank you for the valuable advice, but I can't give up. No matter what you tell me, just go into full Super Saiyan mode and just rocket launch out of here. Just start in the middle of the night, just start lashing out plans, honestly. Get that artistic blood into your flowing just to make something good. I won't stop even if the whole world tells me to. Even if the whole world is against you. Huh. You're a stronger man than I thought. If the whole world is telling me that I'm making a mistake, I'll just stop and reevaluate myself. However, I've already talked about Sadako's case with my friends over and over again. This isn't just my idea. I'm confident that our decision is the very best one to make. I agree with you, Maebara-san. Many people like you tend to make hasty and dangerous decisions. However, all of you are being very rational about this. It's almost weird to think about it. You're making a democratic appeal. Just like Dr. Yuri was saying, there's nothing wrong with your methods. I know, don't tell me that already by this point. I'm positive that we're not making any mistakes. We're doing our best to save our friend. We're not going to give up just because we feel threatened. We are her true comrades. I have faith in us, even the rest of the world doesn't. That's what friendship is all about. You have a strong will. Maybe my detectives are as strong as you are. Oji-san gave me a wicked grin of admiration. I could tell from that grin. He wasn't trying to pressure me at all. Anymore. It was exactly the opposite of that. He had shared this information with me to confirm that I was ready to face this challenge. I didn't even have to consider whether his words were advice or a warning. Every man has many things he wants to keep believing in, even though others don't share the belief. Of course, it's important to listen to advice with sincerity, but some beliefs you still can't turn away from. That's what being a man is all about. I also have a strong will, you know. About 5 years ago, a person who's like a brother to me was killed. Oh, yeah, no, you're actually now talking to us all this time now, huh? He was murdered? The case is declared solved, but I'm continuing investigation alone, because I suspect there's another person in control behind the scenes. The department told me that I was wasting my time. They told me to stop, but just like you, I can't give up. Are you getting close to finding out who did it? I don't know about that. Anyway, yeah, don't reveal anything about it's compromising to anyone. If your resolve is that strong, there's nothing for you to fear. Just follow through on your beliefs. I'm up and threatened to show more restraint if I want to keep my full retirement pay to myself. I've never given in. There's a lot of things we men can't convey without being unwavering. My, exactly right. We can't give up no matter how risky it will be. It's important to pursue your goal. If you end up playing into their hand, that's what being a man is all about. You're going down, then go down fighting. You're right. Well, often between whether to go or back is an attitude of a real man. That's how a man should be, okay? We want our fists together, we affirm that real men are the same regardless of their generation. It won't be a simple road to saving Sadako. But I was never going to give up. I was going to save her. I had no doubts about that. So at this point, it's either try to think of some other way to showcase that it's not ill will in our part, like, you know, with what's happening with the child consultation center, it's gonna be a whole thing to actually what is the case for it? Probably to take it seriously instead of the whole ill will thing, because like they're being intimidated by it as well, just to showcase all that, or just like somehow convincing the two people, honestly, of doing something else. But they have extensive history that they can tend to in the past, which again, with so much time is allowed, there's not a lot of time, honestly. That's pretty much the biggest contender, honestly. Not even much to think about, honestly. I mean, like, I think I brought up before, honestly, of like, how quickly can you convince someone who's that stubborn in their ways, their beliefs, honestly, to slowly change? Another thing I can think of is like use them, like some of their own, like, you know, like try to like reveal some kind of confliction, the contradiction in their head. But if it comes to a certain point, even then, like, they then shift gears to like shutting down any thought and reason. Then by that point, there's nothing you can do. So what can be done then? No relations. Maybe this is gonna be talking about the whole thing about trying to talk to Oreo about it. Shimiko. Please hold a moment. I'll get her. Oh, I think it's one of the housekeepers from the house. I'll get her. Or your son. Someone from the municipal government is calling. Ah, hello. Hello, Sonoki-san. This is Ida from the municipal government. Thank you very much for the ohagi the other day. You're quite welcome. Thank you for your work at the culture festival. Also for providing that large parasol. How much does that thing cost? We use it every year, so we might as well buy one ourselves. We borrowed that one from a teacher. I checked the price, but the domestically made ones cost about 200,000 yen. Also found one made in China, it's less than half the price. I don't care if it's made in China or not. Just get one so we don't have to cause any more trouble for the teachers. We're actually ordering already. Once it arrives, you might want to take a look at it and make a final decision. Also, we've been holding the same Edo-style tea ceremony for the past 3 years. We should probably get an instructor from a different style. Can you look for a new instructor for next year? Oh, I see. Will do, ma'am. That guy's going out of that job. We'll find a different tea ceremony instructor. About that, advisor. I had something else to ask you about. And here's me going out of a parasol. So what do you need? We were wondering if you heard anything about the case of Sadako Hojo-san in Hinamizawa. Sadako Hojo? Huh? Talk about the blasted Hojo girl? What did she do? Well, she's recently moved in with her uncle. But she's being abused, apparently. You ever think about it? Her uncle? Sadako's being abused? Never heard anything like that. Oh, well, if you don't know, that's okay. To tell you the truth, someone from Hinamizawa came to petition to the Child Consultation Center. According to the center, the petitioner was very persistent. The manager felt that it was better to talk with you, if you already knew about it. I don't know anything, and I don't care. How do I do anything for that pitiful child? The Sonseki family has nothing to do with this. Have you heard anything about it from the town council? No, what are you saying? If Kimiyoshi was helping that blasted Hojo child, then the Sonseki family would know about it. Who petitioned the Child Consultation Center? I heard some of her classmates were there. Well, as far as I know, anyway. I guess it's something that her classmates are doing, and the village has nothing to do with it? Of course not, I don't know anything. The village has nothing to do with Sadako. The contents of this conversation were forwarded to the Child Consultation Center. If Oreo was behind the commotion, they had no need to take the case seriously. The manager told his staff to listen to what the petitioners had to say, but never say anything promising the girl's safety. Keiichi Maebara-kun, huh? I guess a boy like that will grow up to be a political advocate in the future. And that's the little I'll say about it. So, yeah, they rapidly changed tactics. Which again is almost like to square one. Okay, that, oh no. Sending the brat back. Oh boy, what's happening at the house now? It's been 3 days since he told her to stay home. He got another call from the annoying teacher again, so he yelled at her and hung up the phone. The woman is too persistent, Teppei thought. She won't give up that easily. He was sure that she'd call the Child Consultation Center again. The biggest reason why Teppei refused to let Sadako go to school was his fear that she'd seek help when going there. He pretended like nothing was wrong when the social worker from the child consultation center showed up. But that was only because he was right beside her. She'd probably train him as soon as she got the chance. Then the consultation center would show up immediately. No. Maybe even the police would come and get him for assaulting Sadako. One of his friends had told him that the consultation center works for the police sometimes. Teppei had a lot of weight on his shoulders. The police came. They ended up questioning him about the other trouble he was involved in. He couldn't let that happen. All he needed was the money, which by this point he's not going to leave it all until he finds the bank book. And by this point, whether he does or not, it's a totally different story. Teppei could leave this awful village behind as soon as he found his brother's bank book. Teppei usually stayed at home, as he found the way the other villagers looked at him unpleasant. So when playing Mahjong with his friends, he played at Sadako's house. But Mahjong requires at least 4 people. When Teppei couldn't get that many people to come over, he just stayed home alone and watched TV instead. He started using his ample free time to sniff around the house for his treasure. Sadako would end up cleaning the mess he made. Besides, it wasn't his home anyway. It didn't matter to him how much furniture he broke. He cleared the closet and went up to the attic. He also pulled out all the chests and searched them thoroughly. His wife had been a pretty clever woman. She must have hid it somewhere very unusual. He messed up the whole first floor and went up to the second floor to search some more. Next moment, Sadako went and tried to tackle him. Whoa. Not Nini's room! What the hell? No, you can't go inside Nini's room! Okay, oh no. Teppei immediately assumed that she was hiding the bank book in there. He threw her off and forced his way inside the room. However, Sadako tried to stop him with all her might. It was amusing for Teppei to see Sadako resisting him to that extent, but it also surprised him a little. He asked her why she didn't want him to go into Satoshi's room. That room belongs to Nini. He will be hurt if he comes home and sees his room destroyed. You don't want me in there just because it's your brother's room? You don't even know if he's still alive. Nini's alive. He will come back home. Don't destroy his room. What are you saying? I'm not going to destroy the room. I'm just trying to clean it up. I want you to save this room for someone who's not here anymore. I need to clean it up. No. No, you can't. Nini. Nini. Oh, good gosh. The hell? You really don't want me to go inside, huh? Sadako's crazed behavior convinced him that he should stop provoking her for the moment. Well, Teppei was very talented at threatening people. Despair makes cowards courageous. If he ignored Sadako and tore apart the room, she might just run away. He didn't want Sadako to be nearby, but he also couldn't let her run loose. Fine then. You promise to be a good girl, won't go inside this room. Alright? Got it? Yes, yes. But if you make me mad, I'm gonna rip this room apart. If you escape from this house or tell people about what's happening, everything there is gonna end up in the garbage. Get it? Yes. Yes, thank you for giving me a chance. Teppei was sure the bank book was inside Satoshi's room. But Sadako would lose it if he went inside. He wasn't pleased with the promise he made with her. At least would keep Sadako under control. It might not hurt him to send her off to school. You know, I was wondering if he was gonna start looking through all his stuff when she was like, at school then. If he kept her at home again tomorrow, that teacher might come to the house with the police in tow. He's only keeping her at home because he was afraid that Sadako would talk to other people. If she wasn't going to do that, it'd be better for him to send her to school. He could sneak into Satoshi's room while she was out. Sadako, you've been a good girl, so I guess your cold is all better now. Go back to school tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He was the one who told her to say thank you when he gives her approval to do something. But annoyed him to hear her say it over and over. Get out of my sight, you little brat. Gah. You're so annoying. Well, at least she's gonna be back at school tomorrow, then. So like, no matter what, but still like, even with like the new plan that Keiichi thought with, like again, it was just gonna be like more talking separately to people, which by this point, I can't think of honestly any other alternatives. Honestly, even when they keep saying thinking about more options. Honestly, time is literally not on their side. Honestly, pretty much, that's pretty much evident. Like even though they're remembering all that right now, they just know that, but no one else is gonna be able to listen to them honestly for that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. The only way, like, we already seen how Oreo acts with the whole like about the Hojo family as well, with the Miyakachi Chapter as well. So like, it's gonna be even harder to even convince her of Oreo if like there's a treating of thing happening, especially since like she heard about the whole abuse thing happening, or like didn't buy it, or literally just like just figure that even if it happened, like doesn't matter to her honestly, which I already had that suspicion anyway. So the only way there could be is like really just to convince like Sadako from then to actually like, fight back, which the whole thing just like trying to either prove that like Satoshi's coming back or anything like that. It's just like, it's just gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard no matter what, honestly. So just like a step forward, like 2 steps back, honestly. Like even if like they do continue on making a giant, larger and then larger group, honestly, just doing nothing but politely, but following the rules, technically speaking, all that, it wasn't gonna work off too well like that, and doing that only. I can't even think of any possible way they can resolve this piece like that. The only thing I can think of is like a next step is honestly just to make sure they do understand in some capacity. I need to digest everything what they said about Ori's involvement, because I don't just the whole like adding like the whole like the town's politics as well into the situation makes everything even so much more worse, honestly. And then just them saying, "Oh, you weren't involved with it at all. Okay, so they don't have any like force to back it up. Okay with this? Okay, then we'll focus on other properties right now. Then, so yeah, there's that. So both at this point they kind of just attacked the child consultation center's pride, and also just the whole fact of everything like that. So, oh my gosh, now I'm wondering. There's a part of me's not debating whether, like, if the whole damn conflict now is, like, if that murder didn't happen, whether, like, things could resolve a different way, even with them, all them doing those, like, battle siege tactics of destroying equipment and stuff like that, just to, showcase they don't want us to happen and all that. And just, like, destroy money and all that. Because I remember, like, bringing up the whole thing about Palm Poco, the Steve Ghibli movie about those shape-shifting tanukis, like, trying to, save their own land. And, like, even by the end of that movie, when they tried, like, every kind of, like, way imaginable, it was not gonna work at all. So it was either, like, try to do something even more extreme to let them work, or just, or it's pretty much just inevitable, honestly. Which is... yeah, the whole line that sticks with me is, like, Keiichi saying, like, the whole world says you're wrong. The whole thing with Destiny again, like I keep saying again, like, you made the situation happen, then if this is Destiny's fault, so I'll fucking blame Destiny then. Every time. Every time. It gets me riled up so much more. Don't know exactly what Keiichi's gonna think to plan to do, honestly, from here on in, but I guess we'll see when it comes to it, honestly. But I guess we'll see what Keiichi has up his sleeve for whatever new idea he came up with. Something probably more peace in some case, honestly. Not to break that whole moral. But when it comes to it, I guess it'll come to it. But I guess we'll see what his new idea will be for next time, then. So, hope a fun time to watch this as I am playing this. Hope to see you next time. The time that may be. And I, y'all, hope you fantastic day.